Gemini, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Geminis, please. All right, so your energy, the Emperor in reverse, Aries energy. Your person, the Four of Wands. They're viewing you as the Star in reverse, Aquarius energy. What you're not seeing is the Ace of Wands in reverse. And we see the Knight of Cups showing up in reverse. All right, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And we see the Two of Cups. All right, Gemini. So I feel like you are definitely dealing with a soulmate connection here with the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands. But I feel like there's something here that's really frustrating for you with the Emperor in reverse, or you're not sure if you can or want to step up to this connection, even though I think you feel it very deeply. I think there's something here that's making you feel less than confident about what's happening between the two of you, even though you feel the strength of this soulmate connection. All right, so I see you're frustrated. The Knight of Pentacles tells me you've been putting in a lot of time and effort. You're hoping for this new beginning, or you're hoping for an up-leveling with this connection. But at the same time, it just feels like it's been a long and winding path, and you've been doing the time, you've been putting in the work, you've been really patient. And I feel like some of my gems, you're reaching a little bit of a breaking point. Yeah, you're viewing this person as the Nine of Swords. So again, you might be really stressed about this person. You might feel like they're under a lot of stress, or recognize that they're going through some sort of transformation, maybe even a dark night of the soul. But you see that they're definitely going through something here. But I feel like it's affecting you. And the Emperor in reverse tells me you're frustrated. All right, and you're viewing the connection as the Seven of Cups in reverse. So you see clearly that this is a soulmate connection and that you want union with this person. But there's something here that's like really stressing you out. And, it may be because they're under a lot of stress, or it may be because they're going through some sort of transformation, but it's not quite allowing you two to come together just yet. And we see the Seven of Swords. Yeah, your person is definitely a little bit avoidant, or, they may even be keeping secrets here. All right, so let's see. Interesting messages. Let's see what the Oracle cards have to say. Maybe they're avoiding letting go of something, or they've just got an avoidant personality. That's their attachment style. So we see celebrate. Stop finding holes in your success or a reason to undermine it. You deserve to celebrate yourself and your accomplishments, Gemini. Okay? Walk in stillness. There's no choice to be made right now. Just be still. You don't always need to join in or jump into action. So again, this might not be a time for action. This may be a time to take a look at what you're grateful for, how far you've come, everything you've accomplished. Again, you might be, or not you might be, it looks like you're in a very reactive energy, and that's not a great place to make a decision from. Okay? And we see path to mastery. So you're stepping into a new expanded consciousness that you will soon master. So this does feel like there's a karmic lesson here attached to whatever's going on. All right. And Spirit's saying, okay, Gemini, you're almost there. So you have come this far to give up now. The seeds you planted are beginning to flourish. All right. And I do think this person is seeing you giving up hope or faith here. The Four of Wands tells me, though, that this person, now, they may be in another connection with the Four of Wands, but they're also feeling the intensity of the soulmate connection with you. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, but they're not giving to this connection. They're not investing in this connection or moving forward. They're exhausted. They may be burning the candle at both ends. Again, I could definitely see that because you're viewing them at the soul level as the Nine of Swords, which is like can't eat, can't sleep, exhaustion. And with the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands in reverse, you're seeing this person as exhausted, doing too much, not being able to fully focus on you, focus on this connection. And the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and it's keeping you two from union. So I'm wondering, Gemini, if this person just has like a lot of emotional tabs open. For some of you, they're experiencing some health issues or some financial issues. It just feels like there's a lot going on. But what's interesting is there's all of this soulmate energy that you both are feeling. But there's something here going on with this person that's not allowing them to fully invest in this connection. And they're viewing you as the Star card in reverse, giving up hope or faith. Or they know that you're unsure about the future of this connection. The Fool card, they may be worried, Aries energy, that you want to move in a different direction, start something new elsewhere. The Knight of Cups. Yeah, this person knows that you have deep romantic feelings for them. I think it's mutual. They know that you're ready for a new beginning. But there's something that's holding them back, and the Five of Swords, and they know that you're really conflicted about this. You're conflicted about waiting any longer. You're conflicted about, their energy being scattered. You're conflicted about where this connection is going. Yeah, and with the Six of Wands in reverse, again, they may be ignoring you, or their focus is really split. And I don't think they're like intentionally ignoring you, but with the Six of Wands in reverse, it's like their energy is super scattered. And that may be with other people, it could be with their work, it could be with their health, it could be with their family. But there's something that's not allowing them to fully focus on you and this connection in order to up-level it. And they know that you're detaching. They know that, or they're worried that you're going to start something new, or you're looking elsewhere at other options. They know that you're unsure about the future of the connection. Okay. So they're well aware that them sort of being avoidant or having their focus be split is not doing this connection any favors. But this is a soulmate connection that you both are very well aware of. Now this person is showing up as the Don Juan archetype, so they're sexy, powerful, attractive to you and probably to other people. Okay, but I do like this energy because we have the Judge coming through, balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. So I do kind of feel, Gemini, like this person is trying to get it together. They're trying to find balance. They're trying to get into a place where this can work. And again, some of you, I mean, there could be some major family issues going on. I mean, there's definitely overwhelm in their energy with the Nine of Wands. It's like burning the candle at both ends. Maybe dealing with their own health and wellness issues, maybe dealing with their finances. I know the economy is tough for a lot of people right now, so they might be like robbing Peter to pay Paul. And believe it or not, all of that really does affect how much we can actually show up in a connection. Okay, so let's see how they're viewing you. All right, dilettante energy, pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Now, I don't think that's the case, but I feel like they're worried that you're feeling like this is just a superficial connection. Because right now it feels like it's in that energy, like the connection can go deeper, should go deeper, but it's not possible at this point in time. So they may see you, and they may see you acting a bit aloof or a bit, I don't want to say it's superficial as in like you're materialistic, but like, that you're keeping things more surface level with them. And we see they see you as the alchemist, transformation of base motives and goals into wisdom. So the alchemist is the magician energy. So they do see you, Gemini, as having everything they want or they could need. But they're worried. They're worried that they know you have romantic feelings and you want to have a new beginning with them, but they're worried that they're making you wait too long or there are too many obstacles here. This is very similar to the reading that Aries had. Now, what we're seeing is the Ace of Wands energy in reverse. They're worried about rejection. They're worried that you are going to reject them, or that they're taking too long, or there's too much going on and you're going to move in a different direction. They want to make it up to you. They want to bring this connection into balance. I feel like they're actively trying to bring their life into balance, but they need time. Seven of Pentacles. They need time. They need strategy. And the Eight of Wands in reverse. They're frustrated. They're frustrated because things aren't going as planned. And I think they're just really worried they're going to lose you, despite this being a strong soulmate connection. And with the Knight of Cups in reverse, it tracks because you're in that Emperor energy in reverse. You're not sure right now, Gemini, that, the juice is worth the squeeze, right? The Knight of Cups says you need attention. You want to be indulged, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? But it's like you're not sure if this is something you should invest in or not, because I feel like you're tired of waiting, or I feel like you feel like your needs aren't being met. Yeah. Waiting energy, Hanged Man, holding back, looking at all the details, wanting to free yourself from a karmic situation that you may feel is starting to drain you more than it's starting to give back to you. And we see the World card, an ending, bringing a new beginning. All right, and we see the Ten of Swords. This person's worried. They're worried that that whatever's going on in their life now, I don't know if they need to get a divorce. I don't know if they need to get their finances situated. I don't know if it's their health, or it's a combination of all of those things. But this person is seriously concerned that this is over, or you are going to end things, or things have ended. And for my Geminis, you need to leave me a comment down below where you are with this connection, because I feel a lot of you're seriously thinking it might be best if I take all of my strength and courage and move in a different direction, because you're starting to feel this is karmic in nature. Or maybe, like I said, the juice isn't necessarily worth the squeeze, despite this being a very powerful soulmate connection. Okay, so let's see what we need to know about your person. So yeah, things are dirty and messy for them right now, and that totally tracks with the energy I was picking up on. And again, you might also be looking at this and saying, I don't know if I want to invite this energy into my life, or I want to deal with this anymore. This person may have some past hurt and heartbreak that they need to work through, but they don't want to let you go, and they do want this connection back, or they do want to bring it into balance. But I feel like they need time, and I don't know if all of my Geminis, you want to give that to them, or you can give them time. You may have been holding space for them for quite some time already. For others of you, you're like, yeah, if I know this is, actually going somewhere, I absolutely will hold space for this connection. But I just get there's a frustration here for you. All right. So we see poverty. A lot of you, this is coming through. I do feel like there's something here with this person's finances that's pretty serious or dire. Okay, or that's really stressing them out. Possibly a move. Again, it could also be distance. All right, and we see house. Yeah, this person does want stability, though. This person does want stability, but it feels like they might not fully have that right now, or they're really focused on whether it's buying a home, selling a home, fixing their living situation, moving out of another relationship, like whatever it is. It feels like they really are trying to take actionable steps, but they need time. They need you to be more patient. And I feel like that's the big, that's the big question mark here, Gemini. Can you give that to them? All right, let's see. What do they want to say to you? Okay, clashing personalities. So there's most likely there have been, fighting, bickering, and arguing. All right, but you do have a shared vision for the future, but you could differ in how you want to get there. Okay, or like I said, if this person has been under a lot of stress because of money, because of health, because of whatever's going on in their life, they may have been, wound really tight, a bit more argumentative. I can see it in both of your energies, so most likely there's been some tension here in this connection. But they do think you have a shared vision of the future, that you both want the same things. Now, Spirit's advice here is you can be completely open with this person, and maybe it's time to be completely open with this person about what you want, what you need, what you're thinking about doing. Working less will help strengthen your relationship. Again, most likely it's your person who's focused on their security, their finances, whatever else is going on in their life that is taking away from this connection. But Spirit's saying it is a destined partnership. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, but firm boundaries are needed now. Okay, and again, I think a lot of my Geminis with the Emperor energy in reverse, you may have set strong boundaries with this person, especially if they're argumentative, especially if there's been fighting, bickering, and arguing. But I do feel for a lot of my Geminis, there's something here that's worth saving. And I think this person's very worried they're going to lose you. But I also feel like you two are on differing timelines. And that's something that, you need to dig deep and see if that works for you. Are you willing to hold space for this person? Or is it time to let go and move in a different direction? All right, you're going to have to let me know. Sending you love and light. Take care.